The downloadathon continues, and we sincerely hope, my friends, that you will install the Guam COVID Alert app. I have someone here who has been making that her personal mission, someone who represents a lot of people from Guam's very lucrative private sector. Of course, Christine Baleto from the Guam Chamber of Commerce. Hafa Christine.
Hafa day. Thank you for having me.
All right, and I've been saying to people far and wide, and Christine's joined us many, many times on Link, on KUM News Primetime. She is the owner of one of the island's most awesome ceiling fans, which you can't see right now, but it comes out great on Zoom.
You know, when you asked me to join this meeting, I made absolutely sure I was adjusting the camera so that ceiling fan wouldn't be showing. So I'm glad it worked. I'm really glad it worked.
Well, it's fantastic. And equally fantastic is your advocacy and your passion for working with the island's business community. And this is one thing that businesses really need to know is important for their employees, for the management tier, and for their partners, for their vendors, for their customers. So you represent across industry. I'm just trying to think of how many different industries the chamber represents.
Pretty much everything. I know there are certain niche chambers out there, and we're good partners with them. But the Guam Chamber kind of encompasses everything, right? So we have women business owners, we have contractors, we have real estate agents, we have folks who are in the hotel and restaurant industry, and so we represent a cross section of the business community. 70% of our members are small business owners. I know people look at the Guam Chamber and they think we're all about big business, but the vast majority of our members are small business. Myself, I'm a small business owner, and that's how I joined the chamber. So, absolutely, we represent a cross section, and we like to think that we also represent 35,000 employees out there who are employed by the private sector. So, I'm very proud to represent the chamber, and, I hope that folks, in talking about the COVID app, we've been promoting it, through our email alerts to our membership. We've respectively, out of our board and our different businesses, have also been encouraging it. This app is an opportunity to help Guam reopen. We've got to find a way to prevent the spread. We've got to find a way to contain it. Downloading this app is a means by which we can be notified sooner for our own personal selves, in your workplace, in your social circles, that you could potentially have been exposed, and that's going to mean the difference between you infecting others or doing what you need to do, which is to quarantine immediately and make sure that we stop the spread of this virus. So absolutely, we support it, and are hoping that everyone out there takes the time to download the app.
Well, Chris, and of course, your day job, I should say one of your day jobs, is you work for a company that's involved in technology. So when I mentioned the word install an app, I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but
yes.
the stated goal of what we want to do is we want to get 75%, or I'm sorry, 2/3 of Guam's population. That's the penetration we're going after. So about 75,000 island residents. And depending on the scale of your company, it doesn't matter. You can work at a company like yours at Docomo, where you've got hundreds and hundreds of employees, or you can work at a little coffee shop where it's a mom and pop operation where they have 3 people. The network effects of your employees and your entire employee family running that, and then the people that you interact with, is going to save our island and do so much good.
Yeah, and it's a much farther reach, and it's a much quicker and more efficient. Again, with technology, we use technology now to make everything in our lives a lot quicker. So even in this pandemic, contact tracing, we can either do that manually, calling people, trying to figure out where did you go, who did you interact with, and human nature, we don't pay that much attention. We're gonna remember the immediate people we know or we see, but it could have been something that was farther spread, but you just couldn't remember. This use of technology provides us a better way to have a more efficient and a more thorough contact tracing, so that we protect our community. And one of the things that I always come across in talking to board members or business leaders, or even people within my own company, is the issue of privacy. And some people feel like they don't want to download the app because it is a violation of their privacy. Quite the opposite. You know, I know that public health has done a really good job in the governor's office of producing a video that addresses that concern, but most people out there don't take the time. I take the time to watch the videos, but most people don't. So, you know, I think people just
that's because you're awesome at it all. You know.
Yeah, people need that reassurance. You know, this app was created with the help of Google and Apple, and you know, of course, privacy is at the forefront of anything that they do. So, you know, I spread the word, and I hope people will take the time to watch the video and understand it doesn't violate your privacy. It helps us protect each other. It helps us to find a way to control the spread of this virus. So I absolutely encourage everyone out there, please take the time to download the app.
Agree 100%. Of course, you know, your identity, ladies and gentlemen watching this, my friends, is you're completely anonymized. You know, you're not giving up your Facebook identity,
Yes.
your social security number, your credit card, anything like that. Chris, in closing, I know because you represent very, very savvy business people and members of the private sector, and we very often talk about, you know, the importance of having a private public partnership. If the business community really gets behind us and every business runs the Guam COVID Alert app, we're going to take a lot of the pressure off of our friends at Public Health and help their contact tracing efforts. And it makes the system that much more efficient. And that's a point to be made too.
Yeah, and one of the things that I always talk about with our members of our business community, we need to reopen Guam. We need to get our economy jump started. And the only way to do that is to control this virus and to make sure that we're not overwhelming our hospitals. And so, you know, this definitely is a public-private partnership to help reopen Guam, to help keep our neighbors safe, to keep our families safe, you know, and so I just think that, you know, we all need to take that responsibility, and we all need to, you know, download this app and help with the contact tracing and protect ourselves and protect our friends.
All right. It is running right now on my phone. There it is. All right. So Christine Baleto from the Guam Chamber of Commerce, thank you so much for your insight and for your support for supporting the Guam COVID Alert app and that of your membership. Remember, everybody, I'm speaking directly to the island's business community right now. The bottom line, install this app. It's good for the island. So thanks so much, Chris.
Thank you.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.